Yeah, welcome to the show. It is time for the Sunday of CORBIE. It's a very chilly evening here. I know I complain about that in every stream, at least just now I do. I'm gonna try and get through it. Hi, welcome to the show. I am John Porter. I am the creator of the comic book series Kevin Morgan CORBIE, the website for which you can see behind me. And at the start of every stream, I have to do my promotional spiel, okay? Kevin Morgan CORBIE is a cartoon. I could say I'm a cartoonist, I suppose, but Kevin Morgan CORBIE is a comic book series about a girl who dresses as a metal bird and punches people in the face. That's a pretty succinct summarization of it, I think. Okay. If you want to read Kevin Morgan CORBIE, you can do so at readcmc.com. I think that URL is pretty self-explanatory. The first issue, you'll find links to it on the comics page. Well, the first issue, you'll find links to the stores where you can get the expanded and remastered 5th anniversary edition. You can get it through Teespring, which powers our merch store. You can get it on Ko-fi, you can get it on Gumroad, you can get it on Drive-Thru Comics, you can get it on Kobo, you can get it on Google Play, you can get it through Amazon for your Kindle, you can get it on Global Comics. If you want to read issues 2 through 4, the old editions are available on the website for the moment at no extra charge. And I'm going to end the spiel right there because we have to do it every night, so for me it gets pretty old, okay? But yeah, do check out the website if you're interested in learning more about CORBIE and how to get your hands on a copy of the comic. And also sign up for the Birdy Bulletin and you get the original 2018 edition of CORBIE issue 1 for absolutely nothing. Which feels kind of intuitive that I'm giving you the old version for nothing and asking you to pay for the new one. It's like, well, why don't I just read the old one? But I think you'll find if you compare them that the remastered edition is a huge upgrade over the new the new version is a huge upgrade over the old one. That's what I'm trying to say. Did that come out right? I hope it did. Okay, right, let's get into it. We are working on colouring page of the remastered edition of the next issue of the comic. Hold on, I just got to adjust some things here. So, we finished up on stream last night working on the line art for this page, and now we are moving on to working on the colours. Now, this hot pink thing that I've got going on here is just to help me make sure I don't miss any spots. It makes any little gaps or anything easier to see as I'm going over the images. So for example, we'll go through it, right? So we're just doing Kevin's elements at the moment on one dedicated layer. I'll turn off these guides because they're annoying. Okay, the guides are off and now you can see we just have Kevin's elements. I'm just going over those one panel at a time. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we've got the last one to do, which is down here now. It looks like a bit of a mess. This is what it looks like when we take the old colours and overlay the new art. So what we're doing is taking the colours and we're just adapting them. So we're not doing everything from scratch. And we will have to make further adjustments to the line art as well, I mean, but basically what we're doing is fixing up everything so that it matches. Okay. I'm gonna have to pause this for a second because there's a couple of little changes that I want to make right off the bat. We're going to talk about tangents, chat. Now, a tangent in comic book terms is something that you try to avoid, which is having two lines that aren't related but they end up intersecting and they look like, basically you have two lines of two different elements of the page and they can kind of get smooshed together, or two different elements of the art is what I'm trying to say. I'll show you. Look at in the panel that's above this. I'm going to use my red correction pen. You know it gets serious when John takes out the red pen. And you know it's going to get educational. Now this line here. Okay, right. This is the bottom of the bed. And the panel that's above this. See how it swishes like this? And then it ends here. Now the problem is, in the panel that we're working on here, a little sort of V line at the top of Corinne's head, or of her hair, also lines up there. Now you might say, well, those two things are unrelated, it's just how it turned out, right? We want to avoid that because we want to have like more visual clarity in the comic. We don't want all the elements to smoosh together. We want it to be absolutely clear, even just on a subconscious level in the comic, which lines are part of this panel, the one above us, and which ones are part of the art beneath it, right? Otherwise it all just starts to blend together. You might not even be conscious of it when you're reading, but just everything sort of smooshing together just makes everything more of a mess, you know, or less coherent. So whenever possible, if I pick up on tangents, unintentional tangents, I have to go in and get rid of them. While we're here, hold on, let's switch the colours off for a sec. Oh, you know what, that's even crazier, there's another weird tangent right above, look at this. The edge of the bed, here, I'll go back to the red pen again. Incredible, two different instances of tangents occurring. Right next to each other, and this one's even more direct. The line of the edge of the bed here goes right down, and it seems to lead right into Corinne's hair. That's a bad tangent, so we have to correct that as well. You know, sometimes these, in fact I would say almost all the time, these things occur by accident. As you're putting a page together, they just happen. That's just a part of, I would say, the refinement process of fixing up the art as we go. But we get rid of them now. It's time for the art to run up to the panel border. We can't have different elements of the art that aren't supposed to connect, blending into each other like that. So there you go. Just a little thing you can do to make your comic art better. So, not the first time. Where did I go? I disappeared. Oh, I actually saw myself vanish there. Okay, don't worry, I'll come back. There I am. Hi. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, okay. As I was saying, not the first time that I've talked about tangents on stream. It does come up from time to time, and it's just something to be aware of. I just think that we can tighten up this line art on this panel so to just make it a little bit better. I mean, really that's true of all of these panels, but sharpen it up. It helps if we can make these changes before we do the colouring, because it's annoying to have to switch back and forth between the line art and the colouring stage when you're in the middle of colouring something and then you notice that it's like, wait, that doesn't look right. Can we fix it? And then you've got to change a bunch of stuff at that point. The chat, the schedule for tonight is much the same as last night, which is to say we're going to do like an hour on an hour of working on art related stuff, comic related stuff, and then hour 2 we're just going to chat for a little bit, and then hour 3 will be we'll go back to Super Mario World. And see if we can make some progress after, follow on from what we did last night. I hope my throat is up to it. I'm a little bit concerned that when I did my mic test there, I thought I'm a little bit more gravelly than usual. So, I don't know. If I have to tap it, if I get really hoarse, then I don't know. We'll decide what we're going to do on the fly. If we need to end the stream a bit prematurely, if I really can't talk anymore. Also, I was talking at the beginning of the stream about how cold it is here. I need to now and again go through to the living room and check and make sure that the fire is still lit, because I had to go to great pains this afternoon to get it going, and the colder it is, the tougher it is to keep it going. And actually, the colder it is, the more critical it is to try and keep it going as well. So it's a challenge just now. I just went through before we started the stream there and put a couple of extra sticks on it. So hopefully, if I can be diligent and keep just at regular intervals, I'll go through and just check, is it still okay? As long as it is, by the time the stream is over, which I think is going to be about 9:45, I'll be able to go through and the living room will be nice and warm, I hope. Right. I think we have edited some of the little quirks with the line art here. Now we can go back to fixing up the colours. Now you might notice something as I'm going over the old colours here. I'm just trying to get the flat colours in place, which is there are on this page a lot of black areas embedded into colouring. It's not unique to this page, but certainly in this issue of Corbie, in the original version, the colours had a lot of like black areas added. Which is not usually the way that I do things, but I think what I was going for here was... Honestly, I think I knew that the art in the original version was not as strong as I wanted it to be. And I was trying to compensate for that by adding in a lot of like elaborate moody shading and cross hatching and shadow and black areas to try and make up for that, you know. So I don't think we need to do that now. In this go around with the new art, I think the new art can stand on its own, right? It doesn't need any of these kind of enhancements. We'll just get rid of those. And I think I've actually made some pretty good progress on this, considering I just started adding the colours to this page last night. And I was up real late last night. Even for me, unnaturally late, like real midnight owl stuff. By midnight owl, I mean into the early hours of this morning. Just working on the colours here. Because I was buzzing, because somebody drank an unreasonable amount of Diet Pepsi on yesterday evening's stream. And we'll get into that, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that a bit more in an hour or two, but for now the main thing that you need to know is as far as the colouring is going, I think we're making good progress. I don't think we're going to get it done tonight. Even if I keep going after the stream is over, there's still just going to be so much more to do in terms of just adding all the extra shading and effects and stuff like that. I think this one's going to spill over into tomorrow. I would imagine tomorrow will be the last day that I will be working on this particular page, except for the lettering. I have a stack of pages at this point for issue 2 which are ready to be lettered, at least in theory, and I haven't done it yet. Okay, there's something weird going on with the edge of the hair here. Yeah. Okay, I wasn't imagining it. Some of it is just overlapping the line art. But that's easily fixed. And then we can move on. Okay, let's do the eyes. I think you're going to find that's going to be the area that's going to really start to turn it around as far as you'll be able to see the colours starting to take shape. Just getting the basic flat colours of the eyes in place is probably going to make all the difference. There we go, you see what it means? You start to look a bit more like yourself. We still have a little bit of clean up to do. Somehow I ended up switching brushes there, that was strange. Okay, so those are the main areas of the head in place here. We still have a few little areas to tweak, I suppose. You can see that's made a huge difference in terms of from where we started, where nothing really lined up at all until now, where the main parts are all in place. I'm just going to make a few more little adjustments. Yeah, let's start the collar. Another one of the really messy parts. And the tie as well. Just a few little areas now left to go. Now we're going to have the main sort of flat colours all in place. At least for Karen, not for the whole page. Obviously, there's still a lot more work to do, but you can see that's pretty much it as far as just getting the basic colours down goes. We can still go in and add more additional shading. I pretty much removed all the shading from the sweater and the tie there as I was working. I thought, let's not worry about that just now. Let's just concentrate on getting the main flat colours in, and then we can go back and re-add some sort of shadow and light areas later on. But actually, we can do that just now a little bit now. Still have a few little tweaks to make. Kind of like pretzel stuck in a loop, it's just playing the same music over and over again. What's going on? I do like this one, though. It's kind of like, it's Steely Dan-esque. Okay, I'm gonna, as I said I was gonna do, I'm gonna add a little bit of shading to the tie, I think, and the sweater as well, maybe. Yeah, I'm trying to select all of the areas of the sweater vest, but it's going very slowly for some reason. Okay, that'll do, that'll do. Okay, even just some minor additions like that, I think will make all the difference. And we can go in and add, as I said, more. Have I vanished again? Oh, what was that about? Okay, hold on, I'll have to regenerate again. Ah, there I am. Okay. I actually think what's going on with this? Might make one more tiny adjustment. Okay, actually I'm going to make a bigger adjustment. Just add a bit more shadow on the edge here. No, even that looks a bit weird. Okay, something like that will be fine. Right, I think that is going to do it as far as just getting the basic black colours for Corinne down. And next we can move on and we can work on some of the other elements. So I'm going to save. I will go back and I'm going to add some more tweaks to Corinne later on. I'm going to add sort of the hair highlights, some things like that, just to really make the colours pop. I really just to get to the point where it's just like the final really refined sort of package. But I should go through and check on the fire and make sure that it's still lit. So I am going to move away. I'll just be back in just a moment. okay, chat. I know you're all waiting with bated breath to find out, is John's fire still lit? Or is it like the Arctic in the living room? Well, the answer is it's lit, but just barely, right? So I just stocked up with some more sticks. Just had to get it going again. I'll have to go back later and double check. We were talking at one point about me possibly just moving my whole streaming apparatus into the living room, just because it's like if I've got a monitor, the fire, make sure it stays lit. It might be easier to just have everything in one place. If it gets, I was saying if it gets really bad during the winter time, I might do that, and that might be one of the ways that we can ensure that I keep streaming and I don't just end up quitting because it gets too cold in the studio to keep going. But it has not come to that yet. So anyway, right, I'm gonna change up the music because for some reason Pretzel is just Pretzel's just looping the same music over and over again. As long as I've had it on the funk station, it just seems to be devolving and they're just playing the same couple of tunes over and over again, and it's driving me up the wall. So, right, where are we at? We can continue going for another 10 minutes or so. Let's switch the backgrounds on and you can get a better idea of where we are. Now, I did a little bit of work on starting to fix up some of the background areas last night, but it was really only a drop in the bucket compared to what we need to do. And the first panel is okay. My only reservation here is I need to add some extra shadow under Corinne so that she looks like she's actually on the bed, if you see what I mean, rather than just being a character drawn over the bed, if that makes sense. She needs to interact with her environment a bit more. So maybe we could do that just now, actually. We'll just add a multiply layer. And hope for the best if I can get going here. I'm being careful to not overcrim, but actually, since she's on the layer above us, I don't need to worry about that. We can just be a bit more cavalier and draw it around her like that, and that should be okay. Okay, and you can see how that makes all the difference in terms of making it feel like kind of is actually on the bed, right? Just adding shadows in the areas where the light is least likely to hit her. If you consider that the window is on the right hand side, the light source is coming from over here, right? The rays of light are hitting her from the window like that. So taking that into consideration, whereas on the other side we've got more shadow coming in. And obviously that's something that's a consideration when we are doing the main shadows on the character, but also something to think about in terms of how she's interacting with her environment, which in this case is the bed that she's lying on. Okay, but that feels a little bit weirder if we add too much shadow here. Right, but for now, I think I'm happy to leave that panel like that. If we move on to the next panel, now one of the things with the backgrounds on this issue is I'm only making changes to the backgrounds where I need to, and that goes for the line art and for the colours. One thing that I did do in the previous panel, if we go back to that one, is I changed up the colours of the dressers here on either side so that they match up with the next panel. The colours were not consistent in the original, so they're the same shade of yellow now. What you're going to notice is, and we've seen this on the previous pages as well, that when I'm fixing up the colours, there are these big areas that are left blank or purple, and no prizes for guessing what that is. If you look at the shape of it, that is where the speech bubble was, and those areas never got coloured in the original page art because there was a speech bubble there. Because the new speech bubbles will not necessarily be the same size and shape as the old ones, so we'll fill the colours back in. Because it goes without saying that when we are covering big areas, filling in the gaps, we can use a much bigger pen size, and then as we get into areas where we need to have a bit more control, a bit more refinement, like say this area behind Karen's head here on the headboard, use a smaller size. Oh, and again, going back to what we were talking about earlier with the shadows, I did much the same thing in the original art, but I was adding the black areas here to the colour layer, so we may have some spots where, like that, where those shadows are part of the original colours. Now I'm going to get rid of them and not have them as part of the colour layer this time around. I'll just make them part of the character art. Anyway. Let's get back to fixing up the bed. The little heater that I have here in the studio is on full blast. And you would never know it because it's so cold in here. I don't know what it thinks it's doing. It's not doing its job. It's not heating up the room. At least not yet. I think that this is going to be... No, I was going to say I think this might be the last thing we do in relation to this page. I was going to say I think when we do the next edition of Club Kirby, we're going to be working on a new page. But I'm not actually sure about that. It's entirely possible that when I streaming probably tomorrow, we will still be working on this page, which sucks because that means we'll have been at it for a full week just working on the same page again. As you know, if you're a regular viewer, you will know I'm not happy about that. I really want us to pick up the pace. Okay. Well, just a couple of little areas that we can fix up for the moment. Oh. Okay, I think that's going to do it for the art portion of tonight's stream. But what are we going to be doing next? Well, mostly easy fixes as far as the background goes after this. Just like fix up this area of the headboard and the pillow here, right? And then in the next pile, again, just quick fixes. Same sort of idea as we go on. I do like this kind of half-tone effect around Karen in this panel. I don't know how I did that the first time around. I'm definitely going to retain that I need to add in new colours for Corinne's smartphone, which is a new design, which wasn't present in the original version of the comic. So I'll have to go in and do that as a new element. But yeah, a little bit of work still to go. If I add on, there's no point in adding in Morgan's colours, is there? They're just going to be a mess. But switch Morgan's art back on. Just sort of have her present on the page. Then you can start to get an idea about what the final page is going to look like. So minus some of the sort of the polish and the refinement that's going to be there in the final art. And obviously minus Morgan's colours. Because if I switch those on, those are just going to look like bowling shoe ugly, as Jim Ross would say. There's almost no point in looking at this with the colours on just now, right? Because we have to make the same sort of fixes that we did to Corinne, where we adjust all the colours and get everything to line up with the new lineup. So we'll save that there, and we will wrap up our first hour of the stream. This is the new format of the show, folks, if you're unfamiliar. So hour 1 is the art portion, hour 2 is the chatting sort of portion, or just randomness really, and then hour 3 is whatever we want it to be. So I'm going to adjust some things. I'm going to go check on the fire and make sure it's still lit, and then when I come back we're going to just talk for a bit. So I will see you in just a moment. Well, good news, chat. The fire is still lit. It requires constant attention, like a baby or something, but you know, like a baby, you need to make sure that you got to try and keep the baby alive, right? The number one requirement of looking after a baby is it has to not die, and the fire is much the same. It requires constant upkeep. Ooh. There's not much warmer in here anyway. The way things are going, I'm gonna end up under an electric blanket or something. I'm just gonna be running the stream from there. Or I'll be on an electric blanket. I don't think you'd be under an electric blanket. It doesn't make much sense. Okay, where are we? We're still on the screen. Where is my... Where's Opera at? There it is, okay. Ooh, okay, chat. I'm just to get adjusted. Get out of drawing mode and into chatting mode. We're just going to talk and watch some videos and stuff for the next hour or so, and then in hour 3 we're going to play a bit of a Super Mario World, and you can watch me fumble through that until about 10:15, and then we're going to be done. Yeah, so last night's stream. We should talk about last night's stream. I'm a method streamer, chat. If I say that I'm doing a drinking game, a non-alcoholic drinking game, and that I am taking a swig of Diet Pepsi every time the man in the Pepsi training video says the word picnic, then I'm going to do that. And that is exactly what I did on last night's stream. And if you were here and you saw that, you'll know that that was like a big mistake. And I did mention I'd had a Red Bull earlier in the day. I'd had a glass of Diet Pepsi prior to us doing that, prior to me doing the drinking game. And then I pretty much had to down a whole second glass of Diet Pepsi. Yeah, or at least 3/4 of one for that segment. And by the time we got off air last night, chat, I was buzzing. It was like too much. But I did not take into consideration. It's like if I was going to do that, how many times that man was going to say the word picnic. And I'll know better in future. But yeah, so I realised after we got off air, I was just like, I didn't know what to do with myself last night. And I was just sort of buzzing around the house. It did help me get some of that colouring done, so we were just get that going. So there was that. So at least I got to be kind of productive out of it, I suppose. I did have another bunch of videos I wanted to watch. Hold on, let's turn down the music. I thought we were going to get through 3 of these sort of training videos last night. But we only really got through 2. I had 1 in reserve. I suppose we could watch this evening. And it sort of relates to what we do in hour 3 because we've been playing Super Mario World. So I suppose this helps to keep it all connected, you know? This is a promo video for Nintendo from 1993. And I've only watched like a little bit of the beginning of this. So I thought it would be a good thing to watch on stream. With a guy talking about how great Nintendo is, and I guess the idea is it's to tell retailers how to talk up Nintendo as well. So yeah, let's just get into it. Let's just watch it. See what we make of this.
Welcome to Nintendo of America and the unique Power of Choice product demonstration seminar.
Yeah, and all that. D-U-L-L,
The
boring,
volume's
man.
okay. If not, let me know. Got the super scope in there. Okay, hold on, first of all. But I'm gonna pause that away. Some of us, I guess, do the short straw when we got our Super Nintendos. I don't know if they did the Super Scope bundle in other markets, or in the USA certainly, but in the PAL regions, the initial bundles for the Super Nintendo there was the Super Mario pack, and then I think not long after, in 1992, there was the Street Fighter 2 pack. And then I believe the third one, or maybe it came out at the same time as the Street Fighter 2 pack, was the Super Scope pack, where you got the basic SNES console and I think one controller. Yeah, it would have been one controller. And you got the Super Scope 6 pack and set, which at least means you get 6 games, but they're all Super Scope related. So, and that was the one that my dad was willing to get for me. Partly because it was cheap, but I think also partly just because he enjoyed the shooting element. So, that was the one I was able to get. Okay, cool. I was just happy to have a Super Nintendo, you know. But I don't think if given the choice, I think I would have picked the Super Mario World set or almost certainly the Street Fighter 2 set actually. So yeah, it's actually, you know, I don't know how many people know this, but in Europe, I think for trademark reasons, the Super Scope isn't called the Super Scope, it's called the Nintendo Scope, and that's what it says on the side of it. But in practice, nobody actually calls it that. We all just call it the Super Scope. Anyway, let's continue.
Hey, welcome to the Nintendo team and the 1993 holiday demonstration program. I'm
well,
Ben.
That's time of
Nice
year
to meet you.
appropriate, at least.
During this holiday season, you and your store will be representing the largest manufacturer of video games in the world. You know, Nintendo. And during this stay
Don't
here
cross
with
them.
me, you'll see why 70 million other game player dudes
the
across the world are
consequences will be
Nintendo
severe.
nutso. It's radical fun, man. But first, a history lesson.
And now, the condensed version of the history of Nintendo. 1889, Nintendo CORBIE is established to manufacture Hanafuda, or playing cards that are still produced today.
That's funny you brag. No, we need you to know we do actually still make the cards. We didn't quit making the cards, we're still on the game.
1959, Nintendo enters first licensing agreement with Walt Disney, producing Mickey Mouse playing cards.
Okay, this guy's... his speech quirks are kind of grating on me already.
1981, Donkey Kong hits the arcades. 1985, the Nintendo Entertainment System is introduced in the United...
Hold on. I'm gonna gripe about this.
Mickey Mouse playing cards. 1981, Donkey Kong hits the arcade.
1985 NES, or NES, introduced in the US. Well, we didn't get until like 1987 in the UK, and it was only through Boots, which now is primarily known as like a sort of a pharmacy sort of chain of stores. Back then they did a lot more kind of diverse stuff, but you could only get through Boots, and it cost like a small fortune, and nobody was buying it for the first couple of years. Actually, almost for the entire lifespan of the NES. It just did not. I mean, it's well known, people know this, but it didn't really take off, not to the same degree as the Master System, and certainly not to the same degree as like the ZX Spectrum or the Commodore, really.
1980.
Because I mean, it was just the prices were just like everybody looked at it and just said nope. And it wasn't just that the price of the console was like the console was first sold with like Rob the Robot and all that kind of stuff, which didn't help, but also just the cost of the games were just ridiculously expensive compared to on the Commodore or the Spectrum, where you could get budget games for a couple of pounds. Yeah, £2 to £4, as opposed to, 30 or £40 for one NES game. So there you go.
1985, the Nintendo Entertainment System is introduced in the United States. 1987, Legend of Zelda becomes a legendary success. 1988, the very first issue of Nintendo Power Magazine is published. 1989, Game Boy is introduced, featuring the super puzzle game Tetris. 1991, Nintendo launches the Super NES 16-bit system. 1992,
Again, we were a year late by that point, but at least, yeah, it was almost a year. I think it's like, August 91 that it came out in the US, and then it was like spring of 92 before the Super NES came out over here. So at least by that point, the gap was starting to shorten, I suppose.
Mario Paint and the Super NES Super Scope are introduced. 1993, Super FX chip technology arrives. Nintendo once again leading the way into the future.
What an odd segment that was. We were just looking at that, like old-timey text for like a minute.
Very historical. Anyway, you've got 3 objectives. First, get each customer to buy the Nintendo system or accessories that no normal human could live without. Like help them make the right choice. Next, get the kids and the adults to get their hands on the cool demo units in your store. And third, answer all the questions the customer has
Cool demo units. What an odd.
about the competition.
An odd phrasing now.
Technical stuff. Sounds like a lot, huh? Nah. Chill. We got it all worked out. We'll help you. I got the action on all the key areas, like how to set up your Mario display and use your brochures, and everything you ever wanted to know about Nintendo's awesome product line. I'm also going to tell you how to fill out the paperwork. No. That's the good news. That's how to get some cash. You get to play games with the customers over the next month, and on top of it all, you even get a certificate of achievement, a really awesome piece of paper that tells everyone.
When they're going to try to sell it too hard to sell this, it really is just a piece of paper. Okay. Have I stopped moving, chat? Oh, hold on. I'm going to let this play while I vanish, and then I'll regenerate.
Everyone, you represent a Nintendo, so you'll be like the envy of your entire neighborhood. Cool, huh? Oh, okay. Let's get started. You should have a bunch of stuff that came into the store in a big white box that this tape came out of. It has all your supplies in it. Tell them what to look for, Ed. That's the stuffy announcer type dude.
Thanks, Ben. A stand-up Mario standee display demonstration station with a checklist to match up to the contents. 100 of the following brochures for handouts to interested customers. The product line brochure covering Super NES, Game Boy, and the original NES. The Super NES brochure. Sports pages for customers interested in sports games. And 300 game tip sheets. A training binder with 5 laminated sheets in the back details all the key features and benefits of Nintendo's products. Make sure to read the binder after watching this video. There is also a Game Pack directory noting game release dates and other cool info. Review these sheets. They are handy reference tools. One time available poster to be hung in your store window where you write in your schedule each workday. 2 of 4 different buttons to wear on your vest. 3 Nintendo Power Players guides for customer reference to attach to the stand-up Mario demonstration station. The Super Mario All-Stars Players Guide, the Street Fighter II Turbo Players Guide, and the Mario Paint Players Guide. 1 small screwdriver to adjust displays if needed. 1 vest and hat to wear while working on this job. 1 Nintendo keychain with 2 keys to open displays. 1 pocket information card to be carried for reference. 1 roll of Mario stickers for handouts to kids. A Super Mario All-Stars and NHL Stanley Cup Game Pack manual.
What? That's an oddly specific.
So you can show customers how to play the games. And 1 of 5 different banners.
I mean, is that really, of all the games that the customers are going to ask for advice on, just specifically NHL Stanley Cup? Okay.
Freeze, Ed. You forgot to tell them what they get for free. Bono gifts, dudes.
That's right, Ben. Our lucky demonstrators will also get to keep one Mario thermal travel mug and a Mario Paint pen with flashlight keychain. Mario Paint, the power to create. But that's not all. At the end of the program, they also receive the hat, the vest, the
Get the
Nintendo
hat.
keychain, the 2-button.
Ask me about Hookem. I can't see what that says. One's got the Super Nintendo logo on them. A couple of them say ask me about, and one of them says Hookem tell them?
And the stand-up magician Mario display. All this courtesy of Nintendo, makers of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah, we knew
Super
that,
NES,
obviously.
the best play here. Now, back to you, Ben.
Thanks, Mr. Announcer, dude. Hey, here's a hot tip. When you go through the box of stuff, use a checkoff sheet in the setting up section of the binder to make it easy. You know, kind of like a shopping list. And hey, that's a lot of stuff. So if you're missing any of those supplies Ed went on and on about, check out the supply section of your training binder thing. And
Are you impressed by his Gen X sensibilities? Oh, he's so cynical. Oh, the guy went on and on. Yeah.
dial the 1-800 number to get what you need. Also,
Are you impressed by my Gen X sensibilities, chat, and my cynicism? To be fair, I'm on the border of Gen X and millennials, so that basically means neither group will claim me.
sometime around December 1st, you'll get a box delivered that looks just like this. It'll have additional brochures and stuff to hand out, and it will also contain 2 new handouts, a cool Mario Paint handout and gameplay guidelines brochure that is geared more towards parents. It tells about how Nintendo has reduced violence in its games and about the strict standards they have to keep games fun for the family.
It tells them about how we neutered the games, basically, and made them less appealing.
Once you get all this
Your
stuff set
keys,
up, your store's
the people
Nintendo
aren't
area
even
will
playing
look
them.
at
Okay,
least
so-
as good as this. Excellent, huh? Extra materials go in the back of your stand-up displays. Give them to any interested customer who's like on the fence about buying the goods. Now, these contaminated.
That's laminated.
Cool. That's a director. These laminated sheets and the player's guides and game pack manuals are for you to spew out great amounts of info on the Nintendo goods to the customers. So read through them. Your store may have some of these decent interactive displays too that customers can play games on. If your store has one, get familiar with it and set up your Mario display stand next to it. There's a section in the manual called Displays that covers how to adjust the volume and change out game packs and stuff. That's what your keys are for. Make sure to read about the displays in your store, and if it's not working, call the number listed in that section and let them know. Now, while on the job,
I don't know
feel
what that
free to dress
intonation was.
casual.
No.
But you also got to be professional. You can wear like pants and a nice shirt or blouse for the females. And you know, shoes and stuff are required by law. You also got to wear the vest and the hat so everyone can see you
I don't know, it's
and know
like
you're the
your motion
Nintendo answer
trails.
dude. Or dudette. Always keep pen in your pocket, some of each of these brochures and tip sheets, and wear both buttons. Cool. You're dressed, set up, ready to rock and roll. Time to party on, Wayne. First thing we got to talk about is Nintendo's Super Nintendo Entertainment System. You know, Super NES. It's way cool, and it's the most awesome Nintendo system there is. You got to recommend it most preeminently.
I mean, that didn't
for
even
anyone who
really
wants
make
killer
party on
graphics
Wayne.
and
It's like,
advanced
this
systems.
isn't.
Display? No comparison.
I didn't-
Got over 32,000 colors. It can display more moving characters. Check it out. It has way higher resolution and Bono stereo sound. And according to one of those independent type 16-bit video game comparison study things done by some dudes named Booz Allen and Hamilton Inc., the Super NES has something called direct access memory time.
Are you
Kinda
saying
like the time it takes
Booze
to
or
remember that
Booze
Barney
Allen?
wasn't in Jurassic Park. Yeah, real fast. Anyway, this memory is 88% faster than the competitors. It also can have 60% more moving objects on the screen at one time. Now that is way cool. So don't let anybody tell you Nintendo ain't best. You just show them the comparison chart you got on the back of that blue dilapidated
And laminated
sheet. It's also on the quick reference pocket info card. Now the Super NES comes in 2 different sets, the Super Set and the Control Set.
Ah, see, that answers
The
my
Super Set
question.
has it all. Check it out. 16-bit control deck, Super Mario World game pack, 2 high-tech controllers, and RF for the hookup to the TV. And until December 31st, customers can get the Super Mario All-Star games for free when they buy a Super Set. They just have to follow the details on the coupon. Make sure to tell all the customers that's a $60 value. By the way, there's extra coupons in your kit. Next is the Super NES control set. It lets the consumer who buys it decide what games and accessories to get. Make sure you have the purchaser get his favorite game to take.
So that answers my question about which bundles you could get at the time then. If we're assuming this is for Christmas 93. You could definitely get the solo set over here as well, where you just get the console and you don't get any games. I'm surprised that those are the only bundles that you could get in the US by 1993. When by that point we would have had, by late 93, we would have had the solo set with no game. We'd had the one with Super Mario World. We had the one with Street Fighter 2. We had the Super Scope one. And then I think by 93, I'm pretty sure they had, by the end of 93, I imagine, off the top of my head, I think the Street Fighter 2 bundle would have been replaced by the Street Fighter 2 Turbo bundle. And then later, there was definitely like a Mario All-Stars bundle. The difference is the Mario All-Stars bundle over here, as I recall, is the one that has a different version of Mario All-Stars. This might have been much later. It's Mario All-Stars and Mario World on one cartridge together. So, yeah. I'm just surprised that there's only the two bundles in the US, basically.
Real bored right away because they won't be able to play the game or anything. In this box, they get a 16-bit control deck, one controller, and RF for the hookup to the TV. Then you hook that up to your RV. Not! The Super NES
enough with the Wayne's World stuff. Oh my goodness. I had this when I was doing Turtlethon, and when I was reviewing all the 87 Ninja Turtles cartoon, you know? And by the time you get to like into the episodes that were airing like around 93, and it would have been written the previous year in 92, it's like suddenly everybody is constantly like, as a put down, they're like, oh yeah, I like you, no, I believe you, no, all that kind of stuff. It's like doing the no thing all the time. Absolutely run it into the ground.
Way cool accessories too, like the Super NES Super Scope, Mario Paint, and Super NES Cleaning Kit. You can get the Super Scope in 2 packages. The Super NES Super Scope 6 with a 6-in-1 game pack, which is way more awesome because of its great game value. 3 puzzle games and 3 Space Shooter games come with it. Or the Super NES Super Scope, and they can buy their own choice game like Metal Combat, Falcon's Revenge, or Yoshi's Safari. Check this out.
That feels really desperate to me to offer a bundle that doesn't even have the Super Scope 6.
Now you can play the games
back
of the Super NES Super Scope.
I guess to lower the price a bit.
Safari and Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge. So to prepare yourself, you might want to consider some basic training exercises.
The best play here!
Both Super Scope sets come with 6 AA batteries though, so
Oh
batteries
man, I
are
forgot that it needed
All
6
batteries are
batteries.
included. Call now.
Yeah, he likes to say stuff like that. Work with your store to set up a Super Scope that people can play. And hey, take some time yourself and learn it. You know, like research and stuff like that. You'll be way more informed.
I don't have the Super Scope anymore, chat. I did get one when I bought a used Super Nintendo on eBay many years ago. I didn't have a CRT television to work with. I had to give the Super Scope away to another home where it could, you know, get used with an actual CRT television. It was no use to me. Yeah, you can't use them with a modern HD flat screen television.
Another great Super NES accessory is Mario Paint. It's even educational and really fun. It lets kids draw their own pictures, has a zillion colors, and even has already pre-made pictures to choose from. It also lets kids animate pictures. They can make mini movies and everything. And wait, that's not all. You can even compose your music with Mario Paint. Kick him. Mario Paint is amazing. And it comes with a Super NES mouse and a mouse pad too. Kids and parents love it. Remember, when you get your supplemental box around December 1st, it'll have these Mario Paint info
It's one of the most
sheets to hand
boring
out to
games.
customers.
It isn't even really like a game, it's a utility. Okay, well that's not really like a big endorsement.
They're cool.
And that's not all. There are all kinds of cool accessories for the Super NES, from a variety of controllers to organizers to carry cases. Check with your store to see what they have in stock. Now back to you, Ben.
Don't forget to tell them to get a Super NES cleaning kit too. Whew! The Super NES is an incredible product. But hey, that's not all. No way, dudes. Nintendo's got portable power. It's time for Game Boy. Check this out. Game Boy is the only truly portable game system available on the market. It has over 300 games available for the system. 50% of the players are adults. Over 12 million units sold. Wow. Everybody loves the Game Boy. Some people say they want a color Game Boy, but as soon as you explain the facts, they come to the sudden realization that Game Boy is the product they really want. Here's the truth. Color, dudes, means more poundage. Color products are like 2 times as heavy as Game Boy. Try 2.79 pounds against 10.6 ounces. Game Boy's lightness is what makes it so portable.
Hold on. Yeah, obviously the battery thing is a huge advantage for Game Boy over the other two, Game Gear and the Lynx, right? But I don't think it's the lightness is the main selling point there. I think the main selling point is it's like you want to actually have the batteries run long enough so that you can play the game. It feels weird that they're going to the lightness of the actual machine first. I don't know.
Color means you got to use more batteries, and more batteries often means more expensive. Game Boy uses 4
Yeah,
AA
that's what I'm saying.
batteries that last for as long as 30 hours. Color system uses 6 AA batteries, and they last like 3 to 4 hours. Do the math.
Yeah, but you would lead
Game
with
Boy
that.
also
You couldn't
comes in
lead
2
with
different
how heavy it
packages.
is.
The Game Boy set, which is the Game Boy and Tetris, the most mind-bending and most popular puzzle game. Plus,
gonna say, I'm not
the Game
telling
Link
you how to
cable
do
that
your
lets you
job,
go
man, but I
head-to-head
guess I
against
am.
another player and get competitive. Of course, each player has to have the same multiple-player game pack. Oh yeah, you get 4 AA batteries and stereo headphones to rock out on, too. Then, there's the Game Boy Basic set, which is perfect for people who have a lot of players to shop for. That way they can buy the game pack of their choice to play with. The Basic set comes with the Game Boy, of course, and 4 AA batteries. You gotta love this batteries included thing.
Right, Ben, don't forget, batteries are included.
He really means it. We also have all the extra goods, you know, the accessories like AC adapter, battery pack, so you can plug the Game Boy into the AC, then after recharging the battery pack, you're out the door for 10 more hours of non-stop game action. Hey, we don't want to forget about the one that got the whole thing happening, the NES, or the Nintendo Entertainment
I
System.
mean, by
This
1993,
German
we
system
pretty
is
much
still
are,
happening.
yeah.
It's the original one, and it's got the most games. Over 600 totally cool kicking game packs. It's a lot of software. Sports, action, adventure.
Turtles Tournament
You
Day is
name it,
fucking-
NES has got it. The name of the game is the games, right? Hey, it's also got over 75 million happy happening game players. Let's not forget about them. And now it's got 2 designs. One, the original design like this, the challenge set. This set has the 8-bit control deck. The game Super Mario Bros. 3, only the hottest selling game of all time. 2 controllers, and of course the RF and AC adapter to hook it all up. Then, there's the newly designed control deck. This system includes the same 8-bit system, but with a much cooler new exterior. It's top-loaded, so changing games is quick and easy.
I don't know, in
and
that
you can
respect,
set it up
we
right next to the
think
Super NES.
that
A
the
new
new design is cooler. I like the controllers better. Because the original NES controllers are pretty bad in terms of like digging into your hands. Although I've locked up again. This won't do. I'm gonna let this guy keep talking. But I don't think I think that in that respect, I don't know, it's tough to make a decision as to which one is better, because I suppose if you get the top loader one, you also don't have the problems with the pins bending and all that kind of stuff, you know. Hold on, let me just adjust some things here. That's crazy, I've locked up a bunch of times tonight. I'm gonna let this guy continue.
check it out, high-tech controller, and the usual RF and AC for hookup. It shows Nintendo supports the 8-bit system all the way. New games and a new look just prove Nintendo's keeping those 8-bit players in the game. So party on! Wow, dudes, lots of product. If you have any questions on any of this stuff, call Nintendo's Consumer Service Hotline toll-free. It's in the help section of the manual. Hey, we talked setup, we talked product. let's talk games. Because like I said before, the name of the game is the games. So what's hot and new this holiday? Let's take a look, shall we? For the Super NES, there's another killer sports game to add to the lineup, NHL Stanley Cup. With the coolest Mode 7
Again, they're
scaling
really going
spins
big on
and
this
track the action.
NHL Stanley
Super
Cup, and I
Mario
don't know
Brothers
why.
All-Stars. This game package
I guess it's a bigger
4 games
thing
in one.
over there
A
than it would be over
must-have for
here.
the Super Mario Brother enthusiast, including Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3, which have been tweaked to 16-bit graphics and stereo, plus the Mondo Lost levels. This game pack is free when you buy a Super NES Superset. Mortal Kombat, the game everyone's talking about. Street Fighter 2,
We can't say
Turbo,
why.
radical follow-up to the intense Street Fighter. Yoshi Safari, Yoshi's on the loose again, but this time for your Super Scope. Metal Combat, Falcon's Revenge, the newest and kickin'est
again,
shooter
yeah,
game for
really
the Super NES Super Scope.
Pushing the Super
Then
Scope
for
games
Game
here.
Boy, Kirby's Pinball. Play arcade
that it?
pinball
We're out of
on
Super
your Game
Nintendo
Boy.
games already?
No quarter required. It's cool. Kirby's the ball. The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, based on the classic Zelda series games. Now you can take Link with you. It's 4 megs of battery-packed adventure. Portable party, dude. And for the original NES, Tetris 2. The ever-popular Russian puzzle game goes a step further. It's tough. Kirby's Adventure. It's Kirby, the floating, inhaling, enemy exhaling dude in Kirby's Adventure for the NES. Okay, now, I stocked your brain up on Nintendo. Let me update you on talking to the customers. First of all, don't be a pushy used car sales dude fast-talking customers to death. We don't want that image. Hey, that's my car. You want it?
Hey, this car is you, pal. It has your name written all over it. Not.
Don't be a pushover either. Be assertive, and hey, you're really doing
To
the
be taken a
consumer a
drink
favor
every
when you
time somebody
explain
makes
why
a Wayne's
Nintendo is so
World
great.
reference.
So try these simple tips. Get your store's customers rocking
I mean, that
with
went so well last night.
bold demeanor. Be enthusiastic and talk video game fun. Don't be fake or too technical. Be real and tell them why Nintendo is so cool. Here's the really fun part. Use the hands-on demo and displays to show the people the Nintendo products. Mac gameplay action. Your store has agreed to set up a Super NES and TV for you to demo with. If they don't have a Super NES display already, make sure you have a Super NES up and running to show top games like NHL Stanley Cup and Super Mario All-Stars. Check it out. These guys will show you how it's done.
You know, I was talking to the guy over there, and he told me that there's a color portable system available.
Well, you know, color does have its drawbacks. And one of those happens to be the weight of the unit. I mean, the unit's going to weigh about 3 pounds as opposed to 10.6
Again,
ounces.
we're
with
going
the
right
Game
to the
Boy.
weight thing.
Also, you're going to pay a price. You're going to pay a lot in batteries, too.
Look,
Hold
you gotta
on,
ask
hold on, hold
questions
on.
to know what the
You're going to pay a lot of batteries too. If you... maybe this is me being a Scottish guy being frugal. I'm like, you just buy rechargeable batteries and you recharge the batteries. What are you talking? I don't understand that mindset. Yeah, I just think it's money down the drain to buy non-rechargeable batteries. It's a false economy in the long term.
customer's looking for, so ask. Number 1, what type of features or games are you interested in? Number 2, how old's the player? Number 3, how experienced is the player? You know, stuff like that. Take the answers and show them how Nintendo meets their needs.
Hi.
Hi.
You're the Nintendo person, right?
Uh-huh.
Great. Why are they redesigning the NES?
Well, by redesigning the NES system, Nintendo is actually showing its commitment to the 8-bit market. You can still use the over 600 games that are available for the original 8-bit system, as well as all the accessories. But it has a new top-loading feature that makes it really neat.
Great, thanks.
Hey,
I think that's
do you see how she did
convincing.
that?
It's like, well, why
Check it out again.
does it have a top loading design? Well, because it's neat. I don't think they would go all to just come up with something that's best I can say about it is it's neat. Okay.
It has a new top-loading feature that makes it really neat.
Great, thanks.
All right, now look. Use those decapitated sheets.
Man, come on, that's...
Easy, boy. I was just testing to see if you were still with me. Cool. Now look, use the laminated sheets to explain the products to the customers. The legal size yellow
And the
sheet answers
decapitating
tough questions.
sheets are only
The
for
legal
Mortal
size
Kombat.
blue sheet compares our system with the competition. The blue sheet shows the Super NES games and systems. The pink sheet shows NES and Game Boy systems and accessories. And the orange sheet Shows hot new titles. Mario Paint and Super FX chip info.
Hi, Nintendo, huh? Well, you know, it's getting close to Christmas, and I'm getting ready to get a game pack for my children. But I've been watching a lot of news reports on violence in video games, and I'm
Nintendo
quite concerned
sanctioned.
about that. You know, I really want
Because
to make...
nobody in the real world ever calls them a game pack. Let's be real here.
a good choice for them. And quite frankly, with all these reported violence and things like that, I'm just about ready to get rid of all my systems.
Quite frankly, with all these reported violence, I'm just ready to throw it all away. Okay. Sure, pal. Okay.
I understand. Nintendo's actually been concerned about violence in video games for quite some time. We actually have this brochure for parents. It details some of the things we look at when we make video games.
Wow, that's great.
All right, now listen, people. Very crucial point. Listen in.
Hi.
Hi. You know, I was talking to the other guy over there, and he told me that the other system actually is better sound, better graphics,
The
it's an
other
overall better
system.
system. So I'm not sure which one to get.
Let me show you this comparison chart. This shows that in every
We dare not
category,
say
the
its
Super
name.
NES is superior to the competition. Not only that, but if you buy the Super NES Superset right now, you can get a free Super Mario All-Stars game pack.
Yeah, I see it does come with a game pack, Super Mario World.
Oh, that's Super Mario World that comes with the system. I'm talking about Super Mario All-Stars that comes in addition.
Yeah, get your
Super Mario
Marios
All-Stars is a 4-in-1 game pack valued at over $60. It has Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3, and the Lost Levels, never before seen.
Wow, so I get not only one that's
Never before seen in the West, I suppose.
included with the system, but an additional one.
Yeah.
Plus, it sounds like it's a better system overall. I think I'll get this one.
Great. Don't forget your coupon.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Ben! Hey, Ben!
Look, cool. Oh, dudes, remember, discussions with customers about the competition can be tricky, so make sure you don't fall into the usual traps. You don't ever want to mention the name of the competition.
That's pretty audacious. Don't talk about them. Just we'll pretend that they don't exist.
You also don't want to knock, degrade, insult, or make rude and unseemly.
They're not doing their sort of yeah, exactly. So really, we're not saying their name, and we're just not going to talk about them.
Noises and derogatory comments about the competition's products. Talk about all the good stuff about our products instead. You may also hear rumors when you're out there.
Steer the conversation back to Nintendo.
Perceptions do not always match reality. So don't be surprised to hear these common objections or criticisms about Nintendo. Nintendo is not cutting edge or not coming out with the most advanced, coolest
Oh, well, we could tell that he sucks because he has the nerd glasses. Okay.
products like the CD-ROM. Not! Let's get real. CD-ROM, yeah, it's great for big piles of information, but Nintendo's not gonna bring out a product when there's not a way to get fast action and cool interactive fun out of it. Nintendo doesn't think CD-ROM technology offers enough to players. Yet. Hey, read my lips. CD-ROM is slow.
I was mentioning of a CD-ROM drive.
Nintendo fans expect the best, and CD-ROM can't deliver yet. But Nintendo is on the cutting edge. Actually, light years beyond, dudes. In fact, with the Silicon Graphics partnership for a 64-bit system, and the Nintendo hardware for the airlines happening, coffee, tea, Mario, Nintendo is going way beyond in creating fun for the future of gameplay.
That has no relevance to if you're buying a Nintendo system in 1993, well, they're going to do a 64-bit system in the future. Yeah, years from now, you can't buy it now. Also, they're doing a thing for the airlines. Well, what does that have to do with if you're buying a system in the store? That's not convincing to me. It doesn't prove that they're on the cutting edge. Come on.
Check this out. Roll tape.
Once upon a time, video games were just barely video and just barely games. While hailed as an escape from board games, players found themselves bored anyway. Then Nintendo came along and redefined the category with vastly superior video, more challenging games, and just a little character. Kids couldn't get enough of Mario and his adventures, so Nintendo introduced Super NES, and Mario's 8-bit land exploded into a 16-bit world. With a devotion to consistently advanced gameplay, Nintendo has continued to break new ground with Mode 7 graphics and the Super FX chip, which delivers the most realistic action on the market today. But as a company that has always led the industry, Nintendo continues to look forward. And with an eye to the future, tomorrow begins today. Nintendo, the world's leader in video games, has joined forces with Silicon Graphics, the world's leader in visual computing, to introduce the most exhilarating, breathtakingly realistic 3D video entertainment ever witnessed. Project Reality. Leagues beyond any currently available or anticipated hardware, Project Reality will bring to home video players the same types of astounding visual effects seen in movies.
Anything
like
I guess that we know is planned
when
right
this
now.
technology is made interactive, players won't just watch their TV screens, they'll dive headfirst right through them.
I do enjoy the
Just
saxophone.
imagine it. Video entertainment that looks and sounds like nothing you've ever seen before.
Yeah, I will admit this music is a bop. It's pretty good.
A world that is like a dream come true, that sort of takes your imagination go way off.
This is so strange. She's not talking about like an actual Nintendo game that exists. Just talking about
it's much better when it's fast.
a bunch of tech demos of stuff that Nintendo didn't even make. What on earth?
They're fun. They're cool.
I want to play a video game that takes me anywhere I want to go and lets me be anything I want to be. I lost my head. It wouldn't just look different, it would feel different.
Super duper sound. Yeah, a lot of action. Cool graphics.
We don't just want to play the games, we want to be right inside them.
Aren't you impressed with the work of Homer and Associates?
That may have felt like the 21st century, but these phenomenal effects will be dazzling arcade game players
Speaking as
this
someone in the
time next
21st
year.
century,
And by the
it's
end
like,
of 1995,
no, I don't think it did.
Project Reality will be a reality to all home players as well. No other system will offer this dimension of realism. No other manufacturer can promise this scope of play.
Decidedly
With this
unimpressed.
marriage of game-making expertise and technical wizardry, home
Looking down my
video
nose at this
entertainment
stuff.
just took on a whole new dimension.
64-bit Nintendo in the arcades in 94 and in your house in 95.
Oh, come on.
Nintendo is leading the way. Now,
You weren't
let's
even
talk
close.
sports. Nintendo, short on sport? I don't think so. We've got great sport games for Super NES, Game Boy, and NES. And we're talking awesome sound and soundtracks. Better in-the-game perspective with Mode 7 scaling and rotation, more game features and options, and incredible graphics. Just look at the Super NES NHL Stanley Cup hockey.
Why
The
are
players'
we so
movements
obsessed
were
with the
modeled
NHL
off
Stanley
video,
Cup? What
taken
is
of actual players.
your fixation on
your
this particular
players
game?
have all the moves and shots just like the pros. You can even save all
I guess
your
it's all the
stats
Mode
and go
7
full
things. We're
season.
big in it for that reason.
Need I
That
say
would
more?
make sense.
He shoots, he scores. Nintendo Rama, making the sports games. Look, make sure to give this cool sports page to customers who are into sports.
I guess they were really
You got all
desperate to
that. Nintendo
play up
is
Nintendo's
truly
sports game credentials
All right,
because
all
that
right,
was the
let's
area
wrap
where
this thing
Sega
up.
was so
Now look,
strong.
there's
So
two
they
more
were trying
things you got to know
counter that.
about.
Yeah,
Number
that
one,
makes sense.
how to complete the forms. And number 2, what you do with all this stuff at the end of the demo? Forms. You got to complete and sign these things every day. Also, you got to have the manager sign off on it. At the end of the program, turn your forms into your store manager. Unless you don't want to get paid, because you get your paycheck from your store. Then, you got to also fill out the evaluation that's in that training binder thing, fold it, and drop it into the mailbox. Then leave this stuff at your store. Extra brochures,
I don't want to get paid. You
sports
don't know
pages, tip sheets, keys, the white and yellow
Yeah,
copies
I'm
of
just
the
in it for the love
reimbursement
of it.
form, banners, posters, Nintendo Power Players guides, the videotape and binder, the all-star coupons and extra stickers, and the time-available poster. Now, you can keep the following, like Ed the announcer dude said before. You get the hat, you get the vest, Nintendo keychain, Mario paint, pen, and flashlight keyring, the 2 buttons, pink copy of your reimbursement form, the stand-up Mario display, screwdriver, and your Mario thermal travel mug.
Well, thank you for being
and
so
whatever
generous.
you
You let me keep the
gotta
screwdriver.
destroy. So hey, party on, Nintendo demonstrators, and have a good time. Hasta Luigi, baby.
We really can't really be possible overplayed 90s reference and catchphrase We need a song that's kind of like it's grunge adjacent. It's kind of grungy, but only as grungy as Nintendo's squeaky clean image will allow. Okay. Because we're not watching the Donkey Kong video. Oh. That was really that was painfully 90s. Let's just say that. Painfully like that kind of like 92, 93 sort of period. That's players first. Hey, that segues quite nicely into
Customers first.
Customers first.
It's customers first.
Just enjoy the music.
Customers first. Customers first. You're looking good in all you do. Making new friends the whole day through. It's customers first. You're a real pro at Jewel.
I didn't want to watch the video. I just wanted to hear customers first. I don't know. When I was making dinner earlier, I was just thinking about that song, and I was thinking about customers first. It's customers first. I want the whole song of customers first. I want it to be a full, proper song. I did look on YouTube out because you can't find it. It's not like an actual thing. The closest thing to customers first is Weekend at Mertz with Buzz Burgers. We're gonna have a weekend at Mertz. Okay.
The Jewel policy for behavior
Are we
at
gonna
the
watch
front
customers
end
first? I
is
don't know.
the same as it is for all Jewel service and management positions.
I can't relate to this. I can relate to
Customer comes first.
I can relate to a Nintendo training video because I play Nintendo, obviously. And when we did the Pepsi training videos, it's like I do enjoy Pepsi, so but I can't. I
Now anybody can say that, but what does it mean at Jewel?
suppose I've technically worked in the customer service industry, but not in retail. So it's not the
Let's
same
start
thing.
with the F. F
Let's
stands
start with the F.
for friendly.
Okay.
Well, here's a friendly situation. See what you think.
If I'm working at retail, I don't know if that's what the F stands for, but okay.
Hey, what was the name of that place?
I can't remember, but they were there together.
Together?
Hey, you should have
Oh, you're kidding.
Being friendly among yourselves is one thing. Ignoring customers is something else. When you're among friends, being friendly usually begins with some kind of greeting or intro. Whenever a customer moves into your lane, that's your cue to say something.
Hi, how you doing today?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, did you find everything you need today?
How do you like this weather?
Good morning, would you like a cart?
See, that's a nice pin you're wearing.
Oh, I see you picked one of my favorites here.
Hi, Mrs. Martin. Good to see you again.
The next point we want to make is react. Sometimes it's easier said than done.
Excuse me, I couldn't find the bean sprouts. Could you help me?
Bean sprouts? Oh, I don't know where they are. Do you, Steve?
Hey, I just bagged groceries. It's not part of my job.
Look,
I don't know where the bean sprouts are. In Bill's house, in Fred's house.
I got a lot of people here.
I think we're out of them anyways.
Come on through. You can go back
Yeah,
and get
yeah,
them
that's
like
it. There probably are no bean sprouts. Don't worry about it.
Later. Now, here's the professional way to react to this situation.
Excuse me, I couldn't find the bean sprouts. Could you help me?
Would you like fresh or canned bean sprouts?
Canned.
I'll call the grocery department to find out what aisle they're in so you'll know next time you need them. But today I'll have somebody bring them up for you.
She still is coming across as kind of like passive aggressive. Yeah, I'll call. But yeah.
Thank you.
Here's another typical situation.
Wait a minute. That's not the sale price. It's supposed to be $2.49.
You
Oh,
liar.
no, not again. That's the third time this has happened to me today. I don't know why they can't keep these prices straight. Now you're gonna have to wait until we get all this straightened out. Hey, you service desk, can you get somebody over here?
Now, watch how the pros do it.
Wait a minute. That's not the sale price. It's supposed to be $2.49.
Let me call to verify the price. It'll just take a minute.
Notice, she didn't make any commitment before she verified the price. She not only handled the situation correctly, she smiled. That's what the S stands for in first, but it's not always easy.
Oh, excuse me, I have a rain check for that cake mix.
Terrific. Why didn't you give it to me before I rang it up? Now I gotta go back and make a correction. Huh, I got a better idea. Why don't you save it for the next time, huh?
Let's try.
So bad. She's so much more entertaining but with a bad attitude. But when she's following the customer first or customers first ethos.
Try it again.
Excuse me, I have a rain check for that cake mix.
Oh, let me see it. No problem, Mrs. Walker. I'll just take off the regular price and key in the rain check price. See, here's the correction in red and the way I rang
I get the vibe that she's just sort of bottling up her rage when she's following the customers first
You can
philosophy.
find something to smile about in almost every situation, if you're professional about it. Now, notice how the checker picked up Mrs. Walker's name right off the rain check. This is an excellent opportunity to add that personal touch to each customer. This should also be practiced whenever accepting a check for purchases. Now, how about that customer who unknowingly makes a mistake?
Hey, mister, not so fast.
What's wrong?
You see the sign?
So what?
Well, can you read it?
Don't you?
You're not allowed in this lane.
Hey,
It's
what are you
10
doing?
items or less.
Let's put the customer first. Now, here's how to handle it.
Okay, chat, I'm going to admit something, which is that I don't. If there's a self-serve check, I will use it because I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like the bad attitude, and I've had it too many times. And I'm not looking to put anybody out of a job. But there's people are still required anyway, because usually I can't get through the self-service checkout without somebody having to swipe me through, and it's like I can't even buy a can of Red Bull or something without the machine having to check that I'm over 16, and I'm significantly over 16 at this point, but, you know, it still needs a member of staff to swipe me through. So we still need staffers anyway. I'm just telling you that I have enough anxiety and I've had enough bad encounters like that at the checkout with people with, you know, the employees with like a bad attitude that, yeah, I will use the self-service checkout every time. I'm glad we have them now. If we
Excuse
didn't
me, sir,
have,
did you know that this
back
is a
when this
lane
video
for
was
10
made.
items or less?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
Well, I'll check you through. But next time, as a convenience to the people in line behind you, please remember that the express lane is for 10 items or less.
Next time I'll remember. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, also, I mean, something like this happens to me and I'm getting a lecture about, sir, you should realize that this is more than 10 items. So it's like, you'll remember next time, won't you? And I'm like, yes, I will. It's like it's going to look with me. I'll still be thinking about that about 9 months from now. It's like, remember that time that you were humiliated.
A smile can help a lot in handling tough customer situations.
I'm never
If
going to be able to
handled
put that behind me, you know?
customers understand. Sometimes an interruption is necessary to our customers, like when making a shift change or picking up a turn-in.
Joan, I've got a turn-in for you.
Oh, thanks. Now you're gonna have to wait around until we count it up.
The best approach is to acknowledge the delay, honestly and politely.
Weather, aren't you?
Excuse me, Joan. I have a turn-in for you.
Oh, thanks. Excuse me, but I have to stop for a moment now and do some accounting. It'll just take a minute. I'll get you out of here right away.
No problem.
You have to be sensitive to our policies and procedures as well as to the customer's needs.
Okay. Yeah, I think we just get to power through customers first because we're about due to start playing Mario World.
And here's where you have a heavy responsibility. You're
We've
in the
only got like
best
2 minutes of
position
customers
end
first
the
to watch,
customer's
and then we
shopping
can
trip
go.
on a positive note.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could I please have paper bags?
I'm sorry too, lady. I've already bagged them. You want paper bags?
Please.
Too bad.
Here. You can have them.
Let's look at it another way.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to encounter these like bad
Sure, no
attitude
problem, man.
checkout people, checkout employees.
There you go.
But I do
Thanks for
enjoy
shopping
watching them in the video.
Thank you very much.
Sometimes the game isn't over until it's over. Watch how that service clerk ignores that customer he just finished bagging for. The more she struggles, the less he notices.
Hey, once they're bagged, I'm done.
Let's try for a slightly more, professional finish.
Excuse me, ma'am. Let me help you. I'll take these bags to your car for you.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
No problem. Just our way of saying thank you.
Thank you so much.
Here. Here we go.
5 points. Friendly, intro, react, smile, and thank you. It's customers first. That's the mark of a jewel professional. And
Customers
that's
first.
what sets you apart from the rest of the crowd.
Customers
There we go.
It's customers first. Customers first. Customers first. You're looking good in all you do. Making new friends the whole day through. It's customers first. You're a real pro at Jewel.
So presumably then, the staff in the video, the real staff that work at that store, they weren't actors, which is interesting. Okay. Right, chat. I can't believe that's the end of hour 2 of the stream already. That kind of blew by. I should go check on the fire though, and make sure that's still. I bet you it's out. I bet you. It's almost. There's no way that's going to be lit still. I sure hope that it is. I don't want to have to... It's going to take me longer to get back if I have to go relight the whole fire again, so for all our stakes, let's hope that it's got some momentum going there. Right, I will be back in just 1 second. Not literally 1 second, obviously, but you know what I mean. Okay, chat, I'm back. I'm just getting set up now. The third portion of the stream. Where are we? There we are. Hold on, we've got to load our save state. Do that. I can get back to where we were. There we are. Okay. Chat, I went in to check on the fire, and as soon as I opened the door, I just had this sort of blast of warm air come out at me. And most of the wood that was on there had burned away, but it had warmed up the room, and it was 11 degrees apparently. Which is not super warm, but it's tropical compared to every other room in this house. Okay, where are we at as far as this goes? And adjust it here. Right, I gather we have to do this level and get it quickly. Oh, no, that doesn't help. What am I doing? But we may be off to a bad start to them. Oh, we're not going to make it in time. Okay. It doesn't help me, come on. I need a feather. I need at least one feather. That's better. Let's go back and get a Yoshi too. All over the place now. I should really get 2 capes on a Yoshi, and that's probably going to help me a lot. Take a fair flower instead. No, I want to keep, I don't want to sell. There we go. Right, that's optimal arrangement as far as I consider. Two capes and a Yoshi. I'm getting too sloppy. Oh no. I'm spending more time in power-ups than I'm playing the level I want to be playing. I missed it. Ah. There we go. Okay, right. Hopefully we can do an optimal run through this time. But, you know, whatever optimal means as far as I'm concerned. Ah, darn it. Oh, careful, careful. Oh. Okay, fine. I didn't make it through it. That was you gotta get through the first two screens, as I understand it. You gotta do it by the point where the clock says 250. And then you get to that last stage where they're chucking the balls at you. No, I messed up completely. Okay, we'll come out and we'll try it again. Mm-hmm. Okay, doesn't matter, I made it. Okay, we can try and play this level, even though I'm Little Mario, so I'm probably... I'm dead on arrival, aren't I? Woo! What the? Oh, he came back to life. He got me. Okay. The lesson is don't hold a busy beetle for too long. Alright, we'll try again. Ooh. Oh, careful. I knew it was coming. I knew he was going to kick a football at me. And I'm like trying to back out of there. And I couldn't get out in time. Okay, good friend. We'll have another couple of goes. If we don't get it, I will go back and get a power up, and that'll probably make this a lot easier. Oh, whoa! Slammed it into him. Okay, John, just go get a power up. Make it easier on yourself. I'll be back. Those busy beetles ain't seen the last of me, right? That'll do. And then I'll be greedy, I'll go back and get another power up. One of each. Right, let's go back. That's not the way, you have to sort of circle around to get to here. Right, this should be a bit easier now. Oh, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Bouncing all over the place there, what was I thinking? Okay, I should go back and get another power up, but I don't have to go all the way back every time. We've got plenty of lives anyway. Well, that worked. He just kicked that bite at me. For some reason I thought it was going to arch over me, but of course it didn't. Okay, so this one's kind of challenging. Just the number of enemies we have to negotiate here. What was I thinking there? Oh, there. Yeah, I know when I'm facing a challenge. And I have to act strategically. We got a couple of power-ups. Probably get Yoshi as well. And that's going to give me an extra hit to work with, you know, when these guys chucks a football at me. And hits me. I'll be able to take the hit. Oh. Right, that's a start at least. We'll get one more power up and then we'll go back. I'll do. Right, let's go. What am I doing? That's the wrong level. You got hit down from there and then he circles around. Get you back up to here, which is kind of strange. I'm gonna pick cape first. Aha! Okay, I had to lose Yoshi there, but... Oh my gosh, there's another one. Oh, I don't even know what we're gonna do here. Oh my gosh. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Just power through. I almost had a heart attack there when I saw two more of those guys. I don't know what's down here. What's from here? Will it just go around? That could work. You could just slide on down. I'm taking it on faith that this is going to work. Okay. Being careful. For that reason. Oh, don't tell me. Oh. We were doing so well. We made so much progress. It was obviously a very challenging level. Oh, now we're all the way back at the start. Man, they're really going all out with this one. Oh. Just keep going. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just... That's one way to do it. Just charge through. Okay, let's slide on down. Oh. Oh! Landed in the worst possible place. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a really challenging level. My goodness. It's one of these ones where obviously you've got to just sort of pull it all together and you sort of learn as you go all of the different hazards that are there that you have to get past, you know? It feels like it's one of the most challenging non-sort of castle or haunted house levels that we've done yet. Oh. You know what? I was trying to get a few extra lives there. I guess it doesn't matter. We've got plenty of lives. Down here and around. This is back here now. I kind of know what to expect in the early goings of this level at least. Aha! Oh. Yoshi, eat those balls. Kill him. What are you gonna do about it? Huh? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Oh, no. Oh, they're getting revenge on me now. I got too arrogant there. I was going to throw my weight around with Yoshi. I was like, choose on the other foot now, boys. And, you know, that proved to be my undoing. Okay. That's one way to do it. There's one way to know how to do it. Okay. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. Right. Through that stage at least. There we go. Okay, right. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road, as they say. Not this, but what comes afterwards. The last time we did this, we got spiked to death. Oh, no, I misjudged it. Okay, well, I'm gonna better next time. Having to go back for power-ups every time. It's really tedious. I'm also well aware of my limitations. And I know I ain't gonna get through without them. Right, let's go. Hopefully this will be the time where I can sort of pull it all together. It's really going to help us if I can keep Yoshi, or at least one of my capes, into that, like, you know, that stage, the third screen, third portion of the level. No. Okay, right. We're gonna recover. We're gonna take the cape. There we go, the cape. Pass him. Boom. Get the second cape. Lose the cape. Get this next cape. Lose that cape. Oh. Okay, at least we're still alive. Something you can always say, no matter how bad it gets, is, you know, at least I'm still alive, I'm still in the game. Aha. Right, this is the furthest we've gotten so far. No, no, no. I'm just like grasping on to my life for all it's worth, you know? I could see my death coming there, and there was nothing that I could do to prevent it. Ah. This is a really tough level. I made a bit enough more than I can chew with this one. There's one down somehow. Yoshi, come back now! That bounce off. I'll come back. Yeah, this one. Oh no, now there's another one. Oh, he's sneaky. Oh, I didn't think that was going to do me damage if I could spin it off. Oh. Right, but I got the power up anyway at the edge there. But at the end of the screen, I mean. So I'm a little bit better off than I have been on my previous go-throughs here. So this being Big Mario won't help me if I end up in the same predicament as I did the last time we came through here. Which is to say, yeah, there we go, let him run off first. Let him appear on screen. Just keep charging through. Just go, just go, just go, just go. This level's insane. Oh. Oh, we did it. Oh wow, that I need to lie down now. I'm too old for this stuff, chat. Should we try Wendy's Castle? Bearing in mind I have no power-ups left. Okay, I suppose we can. We've got plenty of lives. There's no real risk to us trying it. Oh, died it instantly. Completely mistimed that. Okay, I see. You gotta go back. Give yourself room to get past that saw blade. Alright. Oh. Oh, jumped too early. Okay, I've got to get my head back in the game now. Would you chuck that at me? It's because I pinned it. Oh! Okay. Oh. Was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So clearly a lot of trial and error involved on this stage just to know where all the obstacles are. But don't get hit by that guy's bone. I'm gonna burn through my lives pretty quick at this rate. Oh, that was close. Oh! I could charge through and get past it in time. Obviously not. Right. I didn't expect it to bounce back. I didn't know it was coming back. Eventually I'll have dealt with every single potential way that things can go wrong on this stage and I'll be able to, you know, tie it all together. Woo! Oh, I slammed it into it. If I had just been a few steps behind there, I would have been okay. Okay, chat, we're gonna go until about... We're gonna give it another 10 minutes or so. And then I'm gonna wrap up the stream for tonight. Cut that guy off. No, I'm too. A bit too eager to get past that stage, I think. Or that part of the stage, I mean. Well, that was close. I almost slid off the platform there. Oh. I don't think I'm going to make it through this one tonight. You can't have really perfect timing as far as these saw blades go. And these spikes. Safe for me to stand here, I guess. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I'm tiptoeing gently into this area. Oh. I know what I was thinking there. Oh no, I got too eager there. I should have been a bit more patient. Yeah, burning through my lives like crazy on this level. That was... What was I thinking with that? That was really... Right. Oh my gosh. Okay, right, we're almost in the clear now. Right, there we go. That's that bit. Get this. Okay, this is unreasonable. Ooh. There's a midway point. Oh, darn it. Are we going all the way down? We're coming back up? Okay. Don't rush me. Oh, darn it. Okay, but at least I got to the midway point. Yeah, should we have one more go? Well, one more. See if we can move on from there. We're at the midway point anyway. This game's getting unreasonably difficult, much more so than I remembered. Oh no! We're gonna wrap it up soon anyway. I did say we'd be done about 10 to 11 tonight, and that's about now. Oh. Okay, right, we've made some progress tonight anyway. We can come back to this tomorrow and I will get some power-ups. We'll see if we can get through this second stage of Wendy's Castle and then maybe make a little bit of progress beyond that as well. I can't believe we've been going for more than 3 hours. I will say that tonight the time has flown by. So, you know you're having a good time. It's like you're not looking at the clock and you're not worried about I'm not going to fill time on stream or anything like that, or I don't know, just feeling like it's getting to be a chore or anything. I don't feel like that just now anyway. I think adding more variety into the stream has really made it a lot better, and it's been a lot more fun for me, so I hope it's a lot more fun for you too to watch it as well. I know every segment, if you do it like this, the way that we're doing it with the new format, isn't going to appeal to everybody, because some people won't want to watch the art stream segment, some people won't want to watch me just watching YouTube videos or whatever, and some people won't want to watch me playing Mario, but I think the idea is just like there's a lot of something to appeal to different groups of people. So we are going to be back. I'm trying to keep this going for as far into December as I can, up to sort of the Christmas holiday period, and then we're going to take a break for a little bit, right? But hopefully from now until about the last couple of days before Christmas, I can keep doing these longer streams. I'm just going to try and be really disciplined to work it into my schedule, and just see how long we can keep it going for. And thank you for being here with me on stream tonight again. As I said last night, it's like just even having people pop in to see me, even if you're just watching for a little bit, it really helps, and following me helps as well. I did add the follower goal at the top of the screen, as you can see above me, for Twitch. As I said I would, so I did follow through with that. We'll be back tomorrow, I assume, about the usual start time. We're supposed to start at 6 PM. Sometimes we start a little bit later. 6 PM-ish UK time. On Twitch and on YouTube. I don't know, I assume tomorrow we'll be doing a little bit more work on colouring that page 9. I would rather that we were done with that one by now, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? If I do manage to get a little bit more comic colouring done tonight, then maybe we can move on. We can get on to drawing page 10 instead. So if it takes another day, it takes another day, I guess, right? I'd really got to speed it up. Art-wise, I'd really got to speed it up. And I don't know what we're going to be doing as far as our second, the middle segment goes, what we're going to talk about tomorrow, but I'll figure something out and I'll get back to you. I'll do some homework on the side for that as well. We should be back tomorrow evening And I assume every day coming this week. We're going to start playing some new games as well. We won't play Super Mario World forever. I've got some other stuff on the schedule, on the coming soon sort of side of things. But is there anything else? Yeah, I told you about. I've always got to remind you as well about Kirby and to go to readcmc.com and check out the comic, and yeah, follow me on social media. Follow me on Mastodon. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Threads. I guess I'm trying to be more active on Threads. I don't know. I really don't know if Threads is going to click with me yet, or if I'll click with Threads. Either way, anything that I'm going to do over there is going to resonate. But we're trying to make it work, you know? At this point, it's anything but Twitter. Anything but Twitter seems like a step up as far as like the mainstream alternatives go, I suppose. Anything but Twitter or Facebook or... Oh, okay, actually there's a lot of them I would rule out. But... yeah, I still think I still wanted to make a commitment. Just try Thread anyway. But I've had an account of Threads for a couple of weeks now, and I'm just trying to get my head around it, trying to see if it's going to have a viable future and if it's going to work. And maybe not. You can find me on there. I'm ReadCMC on there, as in Read, Kevin, Morgan, Kirby. That's what it's all about. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I should go check on fire. I don't know. It's almost certainly gonna be out either way. I'm gonna have to go get sticks to go rummage about and find something to keep it going. So I should really go. I've got to sign off. Thank you for being here with me. I do value everybody who comes in, like I said, to see me. Everybody who follows. As a small streamer, it really means a lot to me when people hang out with me and yeah, are part of the flock, the CAW community, CAW community. But I'm babbling, I'm rambling, we gotta go. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next edition of Club Kirby.